After enjoying my golf simulator for over a year now, I've put together my top 5 reasons to own a golf simulator. Some of those reasons might surprise you, because they surprised me. Reason number 1, improve your short game. Now this one actually came as a complete shock to me. I remember talking to my friend Steve, who had encouraged me to do the Skytrak build and get the simulator, saying to him, I think the simulator is going to be great, but I know there's no way it's going to help my chipping and putting. And actually turned out to be completely wrong. In fact, after the first year, that might be one of my biggest improvements out on the course.
What?
How can that be, you say? Well, one of the things the simulator kind of forces you to do is to learn your distances and learn your pace control, not based on sight and visual cues, but on actual distances. So now when I get to a golf course and I go to the putting green, the first thing I do is pace off a 20-foot putt, because I know how hard to hit a 20-foot putt typically in the simulator. And then I hit it like I would for a 20-foot putt in the simulator. If it's about the same, then I'm golden. I know these green speeds are going to relate pretty well to the green speeds I'm used to using in the simulator, and my leg putting is dynamite. Now if it's a little bit off on the other hand, I know I just need to hit a little bit harder if the putts are coming up short, or I need to take a little bit off if the putts are running by and the greens are a little bit faster. And same thing with chipping. And really pacing off your putts and your chips really doesn't take that long. You walk up to the hole, you get a look at the line, you walk back, 1 pace equals 3 yards. It's quite simple. Reason number 2, dial in those distances from 100 yards and in. Previously, I would prefer 100 yards over to say a 70-yard shot. But now, being in the simulator and playing so many rounds, I've dialed in those 50, 60, 70-yard shots way more than I ever would before. Before I'd avoid them and I wouldn't practice them much. Now, I just hit it down and get it as close to the green as possible, and I'm comfortable hitting that 30-yard shot, that 50-yard shot. So that it can really help you dial it in, and again, major difference on course. I'm not guessing when I have to hit it 60 yards. I'm pretty confident now.
Oh, a little over a foot for bird.
Reason number 3, play golf in any season. Now, if you're lucky and you live in a place like Florida and you can play all year, great, kudos to you. But that simply isn't the case for me and my friends living up in Canada. We have 4 distinct seasons, and the golf season really isn't as long as we would like it to be. But with the simulator, the season really never ends. It's so great to be able to pick up those clubs and use them all season long. It's a special feeling when there's a blizzard outside and you flick the heater on in your simulator and head on out and play a round of 18 or maybe even 36. And it keeps your game in tip-top shape all season, so when the season does start up again in the spring and you roll back out onto the course, you really just kind of pick up from where you left off, and there's not that typical beginning of the season curve. You're so used to swinging, muscles don't hurt, it's great, and you're good to go. Reason number 4, got time for a quick 9? Many times when I talk to people, one of the things holding them back from golf is time. Golf does take a long time and a big chunk out of your day, especially if you're driving to a golf course, playing 18, and then driving home. Whereas if you have a golf simulator in your home, you might not have time for a 4.5-hour round, but you can probably slip out to the garage for 30 minutes and play a quick 9, or maybe 45 minutes and play 18. It really is that quick. It takes a minute to power on, your commute's super short, and then you're back home ready to do other things. So if you're looking to squeeze in a little bit more golf with tougher time constraints, a simulator is a great option. And finally, reason number 5, joining a sim golf league. If you've checked out some of the other videos on my channel, you probably know that I compete in a virtual golf league called the VGA, and it's a ton of fun. You get to compete against people from all over the world. We even had a Ryder Cup last season where we played people who lived in the States against everyone else in the world. I guess kind of more like a President's Cup, but we called it the Ryder Cup, and it was a ton of fun. And it's competitive, but light at the same time, and again, doesn't take a huge time commitment. So if you do have a simulator, you're thinking about getting one, I would highly recommend joining a league. Now I know there are many other great reasons to invest in a golf simulator, and I've only touched on the tip of the iceberg. But if you'd like to add your own thoughts and ideas, add them in the comments below. Tell us, why do you love a golf simulator? Or why are you excited about getting a golf simulator? Or if you have any questions about a golf simulator, go ahead and fire them into the comments section below, and I'll get back to you. Also, if you have a moment, if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe button, hit like. It helps out the channel, helps out the video so more people see it. Thank you so much. You are very appreciated, and we'll see you next time on Golf Quest.